Oh, God, what is happening?
What's going on with the Chelsea ownership dispute? Two of our current owners are interested in buying each other out to take full control of the club, but what does that mean for Chelsea?
Civil War dudes!
And how did we even get here? Let me break it all down for you in the simplest way possible, so stick with me, and tell me in the comments which side are you on, Team Boehly or Team Eghbali? First off, let's talk about how Chelsea's ownership is structured. As you all know, Roman Abramovich had to sell Chelsea after the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Well, that was the worst day of my life.
And two groups came together to buy the club for a whopping £2.5 billion. These two groups are the first one, which we all know as Todd Boehly's group, and the second, Clearlake Capital. Now, while Boehly is the most well-known figure, he actually only owns 12.8% of the club. He's got two key allies, Mark Walter and Hans-Jörg Weiss, who also hold the same stake as him. Together, they control 38.5% of Chelsea. The remaining 61.5% is owned by Clearlake Capital. This group is run by co-founders Behdad Eghbali and Jose A. Feliciano. So, while Todd Boehly might be the face of Chelsea, Clearlake technically holds the majority of the club. Alright, so now that we know who owns what, let's get into the real issue, the dispute between these owners. If you've been keeping up with the news, you've probably heard that both Boehly and Clearlake are trying to buy each other out. Neither side is willing to sell their stake, and instead, both want to increase their control over the club. Here's where things start to heat up. Clearlake Capital is more than happy to take their time and be patient with this, but Boehly, he's not interested in waiting. He wants this matter resolved ASAP, ideally within the next 2 months. So what caused this sudden tension between the two groups? Well, everything seemed fine at first. Both sides were on the same page, spending a staggering £1.75 billion in the transfer market, and it looked like they had a solid partnership. But after those massive expenses, things started to crack. From Boehly's side, there's frustration over how involved Behdad Eghbali has been in football operations. Boehly and his allies believe that footballing decisions should be left to the experts, while Eghbali should stick to the financial side of things. But Clearlake has been defending Eghbali, saying he's only focusing on the financials. Even though Clearlake holds more power on paper, Sky Sports revealed that no major decisions are made without approval from Boehly, Eghbali, and Feliciano. So, in practice, Boehly still has significant influence over what happens at Chelsea. Now, this leaves us with 4 possible outcomes. 1. Boehly buys out Clearlake and takes full control. 2. Clearlake buys out Boehly and gains complete ownership. 3. The two sides come to some kind of compromise and keep things the way they are, though this seems less likely given the current situation. 4. A third party steps in and shakes things up even more. Whatever happens, the future of Chelsea's ownership is far from settled. It's a power struggle between two very ambitious groups, both wanting full control of our beloved club.